You do it where you use like something.
I'm at Le Sweetwater, as they say in France, which is not where it is. It's in Indiana, Fort Wayne. I don't know where it is, but we drove there. And many YouTube people have arrived here, and now we're gonna walk around Sweetwater. I haven't seen the store, and we're gonna look for stuff and point at things and let you in on our exploration of the Sweetwater.
So animation. You're not going to Sweetwater. That's what I need there.
Hey, Henning, how's it going?
Say that again?
That again.
Say hi to the nice people.
Hi to the nice people.
Useless Glenn, thank you. Perfecto's here.
Hello. Hi.
Was that it?
So we are here at Sweetwater, and and this is the day before Gear Fest, and this is calm before the storm, and Henning is just showing off his fancy big camera, which can film the same exact things that this little thing will do.
But it's heavier.
Huh?
But it's heavier.
I know, and I I don't think that's a positive.
What are you traveling with? What is this?
This is the Mono Flyby Ultra in the limited edition black camo.
Wait, it's not
And
focusing because of reasons.
Oh yeah, can you show me that, man? Let's see what this is all about. Cause
Hey, let me jump in here real quick. So I'm back now, and we're gonna see some stuff from the Sweetwater store and us walking around and checking out some blue guitars, and that's all nice. Frequently, when people say in Europe, Sweetwater, what is that? The quick answer is always, it's America's Thomann. And that's true in the sense that it is a instrument store and they sell instruments. But we as Europeans, without actually having ever really experienced Sweetwater and shopping there, I think we're not doing it justice in calling it that, because there are quite a few differences between the two business models. And even though this video isn't showing you all the other stuff I will tell you at the end because I didn't film it, I should have done a Sweetwater overall, let me show you what it is about. But I got a glimpse just over here or over there of what actually is going on there. And the shop that you're gonna see is really just a tiny, tiny part of what Sweetwater actually is. So watch all this video, it's fun. Some nice impressions of, the shop part. But then I'm gonna tell you a little bit more.
I gotta admit, you walked in with that, I'm a little jealous, man.
How heavy is that empty is my question.
It's pretty heavy. It's big.
The Dario version of that is weighs a ton. Yeah.
Say hi, Emily.
Hey, how's it going?
She did. See, Glenn, she didn't say
So you
hi,
were supposed
Emily.
to say hi, Emily.
Oh shit! Hi, Emily. Good to see you. You look great as always. That color's really working for you.
Oh, you mean me?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about yourself.
Oh, usually when I give the compliments to the camera, I'm talking to a mirror. I can say nice things to myself in the mirror too. Usually it's not that.
What are you guys doing?
Oh my god.
Look at this. Here we have the largest pedal display on all the world.
This is the world's largest pedal
And you
display.
can just select the pedal you want.
do like a whole band.
Chorus.
Chorus, go to chorus. Chorus.
Okay.
Loading.
We have 100 chorus
Wages.
different pedals. Let's go to
12 wait, no. Wait.
delays. Reverb and delay. Oh, it gets stuck.
Oh no! What?
Huh? There is.
Is that a
And
delay?
it's too small.
What kind of delay is this?
Actually, I think this is too small. I can see if it will fit on my pedal board.
Figure you could do
No,
like a
it's
whole
not
Vanna
working
White.
good.
No.
You like Vanna White. And here's all the pedals. All the pedals that you may want. Get yours now at Sweetwater.
Have you tried these, Redbox?
No, I've seen basically the channels talk about them, but no, I haven't yet. I've been interested at least in the Treminator one. That actually looks pretty great. But yeah, it's like a kid in a candy store because yeah, I love pedals. But that's not even like this isn't even one. There's more back there even like. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back there and. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. I can barely believe my eyes. Oh man, so much, so little time. Oh, cool, The Artificial Blonde. I've been interested in that one too.
What does it do?
Basically kind of like, the Emperor pedal, JHS, and also they collaborated with a signature artist, and yeah, from what I remember, vibrato tremolo, I think, but it's stereo. Yeah, vibrato, yeah. That's what I remember.
2 channels, two different settings, so one speed, one depth, and the other one, Madison Cunningham's.
Biggest freaking nerds. You should be ashamed of yourself.
They actually hired me for that one. I thought Josh Scott Hayes I didn't think he liked me.
Pedals.
Yeah.
What's the big yellow thing over there?
Weird.
Oh, ISP. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's big, it's yellow.
Everyone's going gaga over this.
Oh yeah.
It's smaller than I thought.
It is. I thought it'd be like the size of their GTX 100. It's bigger than that. It's just like not as wide. Huh.
Wait. Selfie time. Ow!
Oh, he's a beast.
How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
I'm fine. It's just it's a little bit more than a phone.
I'll leave you. Nice to meet you for the very first time. Very first time. Hello. Hi, Hunter. My name is Tia. How are How are you? Yeah, but seriously, it's good to see you. It's a lot. Yeah, it's been years, dude. Yeah.
We're not gonna say. Moving on. Blue guitars. How blue is this?
It's very blue.
Okay, who would rock this?
Just 3 people.
Joe? No? Jason?
No.
Yeah?
Oh, it's a Floyd Rose. I wouldn't.
No?
No.
We have many no's here.
No.
I think Perfecto is probably a yes.
Yes,
Oh,
He can
holy
play
shit.
any guitar.
definitely.
That.
That gaudy.
Schecter.
Ah, that is, but the logo on top is
Oh,
Preventative. Yeah.
preventative.
Preventative.
have you seen the model?
Yeah, price
Have you
is
seen the model
preventative
name?
to me too. That price is very
Bell-
preventative.
Ball sack.
I love it.
Of course.
Ball sack?
Ball sack.
I mean, it is. If you're into 80s and you're playing thrash, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Rock it. Get your Slayer on.
Yeah, I mean, it's got. But look, it's got fishmans. It's inlaid. It's bound with carbon.
Oh.
The fretboard is bound with carbon. Let me show you. Close your eyes. Here we go. We gotta get the eyes out. Here we go.
It was like 2 alarms. I'm just like, oh.
This has to be a signature thing, right?
Yeah.
Hotel.
No, ball sick. How
Ball sack.
do you say the A with the umlauts?
Bell sack.
Bell sack.
But it is only, and that's the amazing thing, with fishmans,
The
$11.49. Because it's a demo.
fake mall.
List price is $2,000
demo,
bucks.
yeah.
So right now you can get this for
Better. And I ended up spending
rather
like
cheap.
$30 on a hamburger and fries.
It's not that heavy.
And it's
no, I mean,
the fries were.
I like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, there's this little thing rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're here in the one of the guitar rooms, I guess, at the Sweetwater, and we're gonna point the camera and look at guitars. I don't know where the girls went. Right now, Emily is sporting the beautiful Harmony.
Silhouette.
Is it? No, is it?
A silhouette.
Okay. Which actually, interestingly, sounds very Stratty.
Yeah, right? I mean, they're not real. Are they real gold foils,
I
or
don't
are they
know.
just kind of like mini humbucker?
It's got a lot of Stratty
Yeah.
single coil spank. It's a beautiful guitar, but I took the Rebel because I wanted something off. Emily from the Get Offset channel, of course, that's why she wants the weird guitar. Could also be the channel. And Joe, what's your channel? What is I cannot speak.
Where is
Channel? What is called yours?
Pedal Playhouse.
Pedal Playhouse. She does crazy work on animations for pedals, and it's just all for you idiots out there. It's just pearls before swine, as they say, but she does it anyway. Rhymesmith.
I'm getting some great second angle under there.
Are.
What? Oh,
That's the ass cam.
she's filming my bum.
The heading ass cam. Hold on, wait.
The
You do like
ass
a Vanna
cam.
White, like.
It is a bumticular angle. Please shoot me that footage. I'm going to put it in here.
Oh, for sure.
This
man.
is very yellow, but you know what? Hey, white balance is for losers. So let's find some blue guitars. What would you call that?
I mean, it's definitely
Faded baby blue?
It's like it's almost toward periwinkle. In a way.
Perry.
Yeah.
Emily is throwing out the periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
It's like, look at her. I'm American. I know words.
You know what else it reminds me of? Like
Kind of nice though.
80s toys, like blue but faded over the years, so it looks like maybe it's lost some of the blue in it.
And I like that. That's
Brushed.
Yeah,
Brushed.
that's nice.
I don't like that.
no.
No, I want shiny.
I like the fact that it's kinda
I do love
faded.
this. I love the back there.
This annoys me.
Yeah, I would.
That's just weird. That's as blue as they come.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love a G&L.
That-
Really underrated.
That works. But with the
I don't like the. I don't
Pick
like the
artist
tart.
now.
pearloid white, blue
would
pearloid
be
white,
better.
right?
I
That
would
would be
do
better, a lot
blue
better.
mint.
Mint?
I like mint. I like mint. But yeah, that pearloid white like on that Reverend.
Yeah, that would be nice. The
But now
Reverend.
that's periwinkle.
Lavender.
Thank you.
Lavender.
Wait. That works.
It does. It does. It's
Not
almost.
too conflicting.
Hold on. It's like bag. Does it? Like a gunmetal.
Oh my god.
Like a cold.
This is also.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no!
That
I got.
would-
Oh my god! This is like 12 pounds.
back.
But you cannot get more offset than this. I mean, come on. I mean, if anything is offset, then this is.
I hate it. sorry, Bondadi. Like that, I don't like how where that
We could
is.
chop wood with that.
And then the knobs behind it.
I kind of like the way the knobs look, but look, I guess they're not all quite right the same direction. Look at that.
And then this. I don't.
The scroll I like. As a Prince fan, I like a good scroll. I like the configuration though.
Very original. But I'm like, it looks like Dali had something melt away a bit.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Aww, poor baby.
And it's only $17.99.
Here's the problem with the gold hardware is in when the pickups.
No.
That's so clashing. Yeah.
And then you got gold and silver.
Exactly. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
Gold and silver. No.
No, WC.
Meteor. What he said. that was appropriate right there.
So
Beautiful. I always like the meteor, but
I do like the color.
the color is my
I like
favorite
that.
too. I love that fade up, the gradient.
it's a good fade.
And I like that the Meteor had not just. Carlos! What are you. Hello! We're making a video.
Hello.
Y
This
después
is
de
also
esto
heavy.
tenemos
Freaking Spaniards without
el
any.
resto de la
I
guitarra.
love the
Mira qué
pick card
bonitas
though. To
son.
the shape of the pick card.
Yeah, we're making a video.
I'm making a video.
Well, mute.
Go make a video.
I like that the Meteora wasn't just a cool shape and all this, but
Yeah.
it actually had a unique sound. It was very bright, lots of treble, and so it didn't just stand out as let's change the shape. It was a guitar that could stand on its own in
Separate,
terms
yeah.
of tonality. $600,
That's only $600.
very blue.
Wait.
Yes.
That is the combination of blue and pearloid.
What's
It's a Sire.
I can agree with that.
Oh.
But look, painted fretboard.
Oh, really?
Wait, we have to get your eyes out of the picture. There we go. Locking tuner, $600. Mr. De Castro.
Yes.
What do you think?
$600.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
It's very blue.
Well, we're doing blue guitars.
Oh, just blue guitars.
It's Sweetwater. Obviously, any blue guitar at Sweetwater
Water.
is, better.
Okay. You're gonna play blues on it? Yes, I went there.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the limited made in Japan. Hold this. Have you ever been able to pick up a Telecaster with two fingers like that?
Wow, wait.
We flew in early and it was just.
But it's a straight.
Pinky.
Yes.
Out, it hurts. But
This
wow.
weighs nothing. This weighs less than my tuna tone, I think.
It's a Fender. Is it real Fender?
Yeah.
Made in Japan?
In Japan. Limited edition color.
Price?
Like about 1,000.
Really?
I think I love it.
That's nice.
Love it first sight.
And Carlos has the mints to match it.
Of course.
Predictable.
Predictable. I'm sorry. I love Jazz Masters, and this one, this is gonna be the Vintera 60s Vintage Edition. I think I'm confusing names.
Almost like you know your shit.
I know it's one of those things. It's like learning that you.
Jason from Working Class Music.
And yeah, Jazz Masters are my favorite. I actually like this one because the pickups are vintage voice, which they're still the El Nico 5, so they're still going to be bright like the 60s. The neck profile is pretty decent. I've said this before in a couple of our videos, plug. I'm not the biggest fan of Pafero, but this one doesn't look bad.
What does all this stuff do?
Oh, let me explain the rhythm circuit. So, when Leo Fender was designing this, what he did was create a different circuit as the name was intended for jazz players. So this, when it is on, it is engaged with just this pickup. All of this is just off. And then you have volume and tone. But the unique characteristic about this is it's like a 500K pot versus the 1 meg that you'd find. So it's a darker tone. Thus, the rhythm circuit was born. So, little brief history. If I'm wrong, I'm sure Mike Adams will correct me. I miss you, Mike. I love you. But yeah, this one is my favorite blue guitar. Although I'm pretty sure here we will find a bunch more. So, yeah. Went to Old Blue, Old Reliable.
And I'm back. I hope that was some fun. You know, we had fun at the store. It was the first day. But then on the other days, I saw some things. So when you walk in, on the right, there's the shop part. And you know what? That's not like Thomann. It is nice and spacious. Thomann is all cramped because Thomann came out of a tiny little shop and then built and built and built. So the vibe is very different. But Thomann has more selection in the shop. Generally, Sweetwater, and that's the really one negative part, I think, is focusing very much on the established brands. There's Fender, Gibson, there's Schecter, PRS, Ernie Ball, and that's really where it kind of, ends. But when it comes to boutique, there aren't the small builders. There aren't the Nick Hubers, the PJDs, and all those. The Valiants, which you now can get at Thomann, by the way. Pedals. Every time I want to do a link to Sweetwater for something like a jam pedal, crazy tube circuits, or a lot of these smaller builders, that's not happening. Sweetwater has MXR, Boss, Strymon, Walrus Audio, some of the bigger companies. So yes, they might have the world's biggest pedal display in the store, as you've seen. However, the selection of different brands and maybe some of the smaller ones and more obscure ones is rather limited. So Sweetwater's range of products doesn't really tickle me too much. You can get something in every price range. Actually, really budget stuff. They don't have any, China imports. Like the cheapest you can get would be the budget Ibanez or budget Squires and stuff like this. But Sweetwater isn't the place for the beginner to have a nice range of, budget-friendly instruments. Okay. In that sense, I'm going to say Thomann has quite a bit bigger selection. But the shop, which feels nice, although limited in selection, is really just a little part of it. And then you go in, there's a huge dining area with a cafe and a whole, kitchen, and you can get breakfast and lunch and all that stuff. And then there's, I think what I saw, I never asked, but I think there's a music school. There's like little rooms in it. I think there's a whole music school. There's a whole area where sales staff gets trained, I think, and it's called the Sweetwater, was it Academy or something like this? And they get ridiculous training. But then there's a studio, and that's not a studio where you would be shown a mic. At Thomann or other shops, they would have a studio area, but they don't have an actual studio. No, Sweetwater has, I'm walking around them like, there's drums, and there's this, and there's this. There's a full studio where people can record, and I think Paul Gilbert just recently recorded a song there, and it's a fully fledged, equipped studio, or studios. Of course, there's their video studios where they do the Sweetwater videos, but that studio is actually doing real stuff, meaning, yeah, we sell you things, but there's actual music happening. And not just for the sales part, but because, we need to experience what we do here. We need to actually do real music. And that brings us to shows. There's, Mr. Big playing there and some bigger acts, workshops with Orianti and Paul Gilbert, and real big work. Chris Lord Algie doing a mix workshop that you pay for, but a huge workshop series. Sweetwater seems to be a store and a place where you buy things, but also a place where you learn things, and a place where you record things, and a place where you watch shows, because there's all these rather big amphitheaters and quite big meeting halls. Why do you need all of those? Well, for workshops. It's about music. And then we also sell you something. But the about music part seems to be much bigger than I anticipated. There's a stage where the cafe is, where Adobe Does played, and it really felt like more than half the facility was to facilitate learning about music, seeing music, music school, training for sales staff. That was impressive. The whole facility underplayed, really, the shop part. The shop part was, oh, we also do sell things, but here, let's experience music together. And look, I love my guys at Thomann, and this isn't a which shop is better. It isn't, because Thomann can only sell certain things into the US, mainly their in-house brands. Sweetwater sells purely in the US. I don't see them as competition, but when Thomann says, passion, music is our passion or whatever, Thomann feels more a place that sells. They do a lot of things for the community. This isn't just, the money, but the feel at Sweetwater is different when it comes to giving you music as a whole, I feel. Could also be Thomann's location, because who's going to go to frickin' Treppendorf to see a Chris Lord algae workshop or something like this? However, Fort Wayne, Indiana isn't, the center of the world either. It's pretty bumfuck nowhere. Sorry, I said fuck. Sweetwater doesn't like that. There's a bit more. Then some of us heard things about Sweetwater's founder, Chuck Sirac, I think is his name. And there were things going around of, campaigns he, donated to. And that built that was a public thing that some of us were like, yeah, but didn't Sweetwater? Okay, fine. I had a long conversation with the receptionist at the hotel that I stayed at. And she's actually doing work with inner city youth. And she said, there is so much coming for these projects and for these kids from Sweetwater and from the founder of Sweetwater directly. She's witnessed interactions with him where he spent quite a bit of time with a certain kid that was in their shell, and really trying to get them out and playing with them and talking with them. She said, this is a good guy. I think the stuff that we know publicly on the interwebs is one thing. The stuff that's actually going on in the community, and that Sweetwater is doing for the community, and that Chuck is doing for the community, I would say easily erases any kind of stuff that we know on the internet. And they don't go and plaster this everywhere. They don't use it for publicity, which they easily could, but they don't. And I didn't get this from a Sweetwater employee. I didn't get this from PR. I got this from the receptionist at the hotel, who experiences the work that they do in their community in Fort Wayne. So props to you people at Sweetwater. The people at Sweetwater were really the nicest and coolest people. But another thing that may be a very American thing is them following up on you when you buy something. I mean, I bought, millions of things at Thomann, and you buy something and then you get an invoice and an email, we're shipping it to you, but that's kind of where it ends. And it's totally fine. You got your thing, it's good. From Sweetwater, you get I assume it's automated, an automated email. Hey, how are you doing with your gear? Here's 5 more videos so that you can find out how to format the drive and do this and how to plug it in. And they follow up on you, obviously to keep you as a customer, obviously to sell you more shit. I get it. But it feels thoughtful. It feels kind. It feels unnecessarily follow-uppy, but also nice. And I don't know, maybe something that someone like Thomann or anyone else could learn from and look at and say, wait, that's kind of cool. And they can do that because what I learned, again, I've never really shopped at Sweetwater. When I lived in the US, I shopped at Guitar Center. I worked there for 10 years in the US, and I shopped at Guitar Center and some other places, Wild West Guitars, but never at Sweetwater. I don't know why. Maybe back then they weren't very big. I don't know. No clue. But at Sweetwater, all my friends, Hunter, Perfecto, they spent time with a single guy at Sweetwater, and I didn't know who that was. And like at some point they were like, "This is my sales engineer." I'm like, "What the crap is a sales engineer?" Well, apparently, we don't know this as Europeans not shopping at Sweetwater. When you buy something at Sweetwater, you get assigned a single guy who's your guy at Sweetwater. So whatever you need there, he's your guy. For me, it's Randy Petit or whatever. I get emails from Randy, but I only get emails from Randy. When I buy something, I get my invoice from Randy. When anything in terms of email happens, that comes from Randy. Now, I assume this is automated and Randy doesn't actually officially check every single purchase I made there, or when I do a video for them for software. The NFRs are coming, NFRs are the software codes, from Randy. I don't think Randy actually sits there and says, "Oh, Henning got something today, blah, 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 let's type." No. But if I ever had any issue with anything, I would call and I would say, "Can I get Randy?" And Randy would probably go through his list of customers and says, "Oh, Handy. My name is Henning. Henning's one of mine." And Perfecto introduced me to his sales engineer. I think it was an Andy, whatever. And there was clearly a friendship there, because they've been talking for years, because he's the one guy that takes care of Perfecto. Just like Hunter was talking to his guy, and they're talking about audio interfaces, and that is actually his guy there. What a great concept. They assign a single sales engineer who's sitting in a big office to you, and that is your point of contact from that point on. Not a bad idea, because you do build an actual relationship. Now, this sales engineer cannot know everything. Obviously, it's impossible to know everything about all the things they sell. But that's why they have my English not so good. That's why they have Vendor Village. I always heard Vendor Village. I'm like, what is that? So upstairs there's a whole bunch of rooms. And each room is dedicated to one of those, more major brands. There's Presonus one and a Fender one, and there's a D'Addario and Shure and blah, blah, blah. So they actually have these brands send a rep to not live at Sweetwater, but to work at Sweetwater for the brand. So that when you buy a Presonus mixer and you have a specific question, your sales engineer gets you in touch with the rep in the same house at Sweetwater, who has the mixer in front of him and can answer all your questions whether or not that product is correct for you. So I was at the Presonus suite and I talked to the guys from Presonus about certain things that I needed to know about a mixer that I want to put in Studio 3 that we're building right now. That's going to be a cool series, by the way. And that makes a lot of sense. I think they now are carrying Blackmagic design. It would make a lot of sense for a Blackmagic rep to actually be present in Vendor Village, and Blackmagic to hire someone to represent them at Sweetwater. So if anyone has a question, no single Sweetwater employee will have to learn everything about the whole product range. No, they actually have someone in-house that your sales engineer can interact with to get you the right answers. That feels like a very smart thing to do. And I know up to a point, that is something that at Thomann was also happening, but not really in the official sense. Here's a building, there's rooms, here are all the people from the brands supporting us at Thomann. It also is something that they use where the brands then get them the right logos, banners, advertising material, and all this. They kind of are the intermediate for anything Sweetwater needs for their customers or for their in-house marketing. Clever. Really clever things. So I went there with the idea of, this is a shop like I know, a concept that I know, and it wasn't. Making music together, presenting music, learning about music, recording music in studios, the whole shop seemed like the smallest part of the whole facility and of the whole concept. When in reality, of course, there's huge warehouses, and when in reality, they want your money, they want to sell you things. I get that. But it didn't feel like that was all that was going on there. I hope I'm invited back next year so I can dig in more, meet more of the people, find out more about the music school, that program, and what's actually happening behind the scenes, because I think American customers have experienced some of this. We as Europeans, and I'm talking to you as Europeans, I don't know why, but you're probably also Americans and South Americans watching. But anyone in Europe that thinks Sweetwater is just another big store like Thomann, no, they have a different concept. And really the one thing I could fault them at is focusing on the major brands. Give us some, not more obscure, but just some little delicacies. There are small brands that do great stuff. And I understand that they don't necessarily want to stock something where they think the brand can't come up with enough stock, but there's always a way to talk about that. Okay, so just wanted to share with you what I learned there, because it wasn't what I thought. And I was pleasantly surprised. I want to thank Tyler, Josh, and Ryan, the amazing team from the Sweetwater affiliate program, for inviting me and my +1, Carlos, crazy Carlos. And I hope we're invited back to dig in deeper into what Sweetwater is really all about, because the first glimpse I got was really cool. So thank you guys. You didn't want to see this video, but you did. Sorry. And now, animals at the end.